So here to discuss is Daniel Laury, CEO and co-founder of Udelv. Daniel, thank you so much for joining me this morning. Tell us more about this partnership with Mobileye.
Good morning, Kristen. Thanks for having me. This partnership with Mobileye is literally a revolution in the industry. It's the first of its kind in the autonomous delivery world. It's one of the very few, even in the world in general, for autonomous delivery, where a best-in-class autonomous driving company is going to power a company that is dedicated to the business application of autonomous vehicles. So what happens when you remove the driver? And this is what Udelv's been doing over the past 3 years, pioneering the autonomous deliveries with the world's first autonomous delivery back in January 2018 in California, and since then improving constantly with more than 20,000 of them done so far. So today we're unveiling our partnership with Mobileye, as well as disclosing a first look of the Transporter, which is going to be the vehicle of the future.
It's very cool, and I think we were showing that vehicle of the future. You see iterations like this over time. It's a last mile delivery service. We saw that gentleman with a small package, but explain what kinds of goods this is meant to deliver. Is it packages that you'd normally get from UPS or Amazon? Is it food delivery? What exactly is it outfitted for?
So the vehicle that we are calling the Transporter and that we're going to be creating this year with the first prototype by the end of the year, and then ramping up production from there, is a vehicle that is meant to carry 80% of the goods that are being delivered in the last mile, from small items like pharmaceutical pills for a Walgreens, to groceries for Walmart or Kroger, to auto parts for large auto parts companies such as XL Parts in Texas, for example, where you want to carry items that are as big as a 93-inch muffler. This is why we created this very unique and patented technology of our automated cargo space, which has adaptive shelving where you can add or remove shelves depending on the size of the items that you carry. And then it has this incredibly cool iris mechanism, horizontal and vertical shutter, that enabled you to create a rectangle that is all software controlled to open on your items and not somebody else's. Okay. Very, very cool.
Yes, very cool. That protection built in there. So Daniel, it's my understanding that last mile delivery process is the most expensive in the distribution chain, in the actual transporting of these particular goods. How much money is this going to save companies and consumers?
This is indeed. It represents 53% of the total cost of logistics in general, last mile. And not just that, but the driver represents on average 65% of that cost. So by removing the driver, you're going to be generating billions of savings to the industry in general. This is a very large industry. You're talking about $1 trillion in North America. And this technology is expected to save hundreds of billions of dollars to retailers and shippers.
Hundreds of billions of dollars. Do consumers get any perks? Does that mean that their price might be lower?
Yes, absolutely. I think this is going to be passed on to the consumer, but it's not just about pricing. It's also about making our roads safer. It's also about the convenience factor, and it's also about lowering carbon emissions by an enormous factor, roughly about 90% lower than the previous types of delivery, or even you running errands to your nearby store by yourself.
Okay, so the big question, Daniel, I think that everyone wants to know, when do they get to see these in their neighborhood?
In the near future. We're thinking about ramping up and producing these transporters and deploying them by 2023. So it's happening tomorrow.
All right, Daniel, I'm going to be on the lookout in my neighborhood for these cute little vehicles and efficient. Daniel Laury, he's the CEO and co-founder of Udelv. Thank you so much.